Now I'm testing my new camera, and even though I just told you that we don't normally do unboxing videos on this channel, we are here with another package, and this one I actually mentioned before in an earlier video, and this is the packet that I was expecting from my brother, and he has actually sent me several old ISA cards that he has preserved in a box for many years. I'm really looking forward to see each of these cards. I've seen them before, every one of them I think, but this is many years ago, and we have some really good stuff waiting in here. And as you can see, as my brother is an engineer, he has packed this with appropriate tape. Yeah, and this I can like. Anti-static, good packing material. And he has packed them like this, and this is good because then I can park them over here when I've shown them to you. This is a TV video capture card from back in the day. I don't know if it's possible to get drivers for this, but I think it uses some common chipsets. So this will probably be a card that we are able to get working. Common racer card. I do have some SBS as a single board computers that uses ISA slots, so this will come in handy. PCA network adapter with coax. I have several of those already, but nice to have. And this is a 50-pin SCSI adapter, and even though this doesn't have the BIOS that makes this bootable, it's possible to connect CD-ROM drives and also hard drives with this card. You just can't boot from them. Yeah, and a good old windbound ISA adapter. This is IDE with 2 serial buses and game controller and parallel. And you have them very good jumpers selectable, and the jumpers and the user manual is stated on the back, so this is really useful. And a 3D FX graphics adapter with PCA. Creative Labs Zone Blaster card is a CT4500, and it's an AVA64, but not the gold edition, but this is one of the newer ISA Zone Blaster cards. And this actually was delivered as an OEM card in an Actebis computer. ISA network adapter, LSI chipset, probably requires some drivers, but this should probably be NE2000 compatible. Yes, and this is an Acton card. These I know to be NE2000 compatible, so this is really good, and this is the software configurable version of this card. And this is another, I don't really know what this is, but it's a Yamaha chip audio card. I'm really not sure what this is, but I will look into that. The real gems are in the bottom. First we see on this is a common Vibra 16 Zone Blaster card. It's nothing really special about this card, but it's probably in good working condition. And as you can see, this card has the IO shields in the back taken off, and I think that is because my brother used these cards in a special appliance box and used them together with this black backplane that we showed earlier. And here are some real gems. This is an original Pro Audio Spectrum card, and this is a card I held in high regard. As I mentioned before on this channel, I actually was a reseller of MediaVision equipment back in the day, and I still have some of their retail stuff and display stuff and some brochures and other stuff to show off from this. And this is the original Pro Audio Spectrum with the SCSI adapter card. And here is another version. This is a slightly newer and cheaper version. This has another connector. I think this has a Sony CD-ROM adapter. It's the same audio chips all around, I think, but they shipped out on the CD-ROM connector, probably to make a good package deal with these cards. So that's the cards that was in this box, and these cards have not been tested for many years, and I will try to test each one of them. And that's also why I did the work to prepare my test rig. And I do have some more work to do on the test rig before I'm finished, because I really do think that these old Zone cards needs the -5 volt rail on the isobus to produce a good sound output. But now I will pack these down in the anti-static packing material, and I will start the test as soon as I'm finished with some small issues with the test rig. And here we can see some special boards that my brother has sent me, and this is prototyping boards, and he has made a special change on this, because the normal boards of this type, they have just 5 holes on each side to connect stuff to the ICs that you probably stick here over the middle. But these boards, as they have the 8 pins, you actually can use a DIL 600 chip and actually get some space to put on some leads here. And I think this board is really nice, and he ordered some of these for himself, and I asked him to order some for me too, because I was all out of experimental boards, and I think these look really nice. Yes, one of the reasons that I went out in the shed today was actually to get this. And this is a product from the Swedish company Biltema that's called Oxide Clean. And this is normally meant to clean corroded contacts in car equipment and other stuff. So this is a really strong cleaning solutions for oxidized contacts. And I don't know how this compares with other stuff, that also claims to be deoxidizers, but I found this to be really strong. And I've actually used this stuff to wash off a Pentium motherboard that was white, covered in oxidation, and it has been standing outside for over a year, and as I said, it was white on every surface, and it was actually so that the soldering had crystallized in some areas, and I cleaned off the whole board with this stuff, and I cleaned it in isopropanol, and I cleaned it in hot water afterwards. And this board is actually now working 1 year later after I did this. So this strong stuff is really strong, and I'm going to use this to clean the contacts, mainly the ISA slots in my test rig before I test the cards, to eliminate some of the errors and issues that I had when I first tested the board, and to make sure that I don't falsely diagnose one of these cards as bad because of a bad contact in an ISA slot. So that's it for this short video. Hope you liked it, and thank you for watching. And if you want to be notified when I post another video, please hit subscribe. See you in the next one.